What's up guys, Silver here, bringing you week 6 of the SBN or Showdown Battle Network. And today we're going to be fighting the Chesapeake Castform, I believe they're called. I think they're called the Chesapeake Castform. I'm pretty sure they are. I have the layout right there so you guys can see what the fuck their name is. And the Chesapeake Castform, coached by Florida, I believe his name is. I think it's just Florida. So this week is it's a pretty interesting match because I honestly think this week's match decides whether I'm basically still gonna compete for playoffs or not. And unfortunately for my opponent, he inherited this team that he has. I don't really know his team right now. I mean obviously okay. In this match, he brought a Mega Beedrill, he brought a Slowbro, he brought Bisharp, Whimsicott, Shuckle, and Hitmontop. Unfortunately, he inherited this team from somebody else, some other coach, so he's 0-2 right now with this team since inheriting, because the other coach was 0-3, but it kind of sucks for him. You know, he doesn't really like this team, but he has to work with it. You know, he's really limited to just 4 transactions, so I mean, yeah, it kind of sucks for him, but you know what? That's fine. So on our side, we're bringing the Mimikyu, we're bringing the Vaporeon, we're bringing the Thundurus T, our team kill leader, actually, I believe. Mega Camerupt, Skuntank, and Jirachi. Now, this was an interesting match because, like, I nearly choked at the very end, to be honest with you. But I don't really want to spoil anything. I don't want to spoil anything. You guys will see this for yourself. We're going to start this off. I'm just gonna play it a normal, and I'm just gonna start it off. So first off, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. Okay, so he leads with his Shuckle, I lead with my camera. I'm guessing, I mean, obviously, we both want to set up our rocks, so actually, that's pretty much all we do for the first match. I just Mega Evolve, since I have to. I set up my rocks, he sets up his rocks. And then here, I just go for the Ancient Power, maybe getting a you know, a boost, but I don't get the boost. He goes for Power Trick here, which is pretty interesting. I honestly didn't expect. Okay, I honestly did not expect a Power Whip, to be honest with you, but he did. He did the Power Whip. I believe I just switched out into my Jirachi, expecting the Rock Slide. Honestly, actually, I wasn't really expecting the Rock Slide, but I still switched out into my Jirachi because I don't know why. I just did. So I go for a sub here just to see what he wanted to do. He goes for the EQ. This is pretty much the end of Jirachi because I just can't use Jirachi right. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I just can't. So I switch out of Jirachi and go to my my Vaporeon here because I know we can take anything that this thing hits us with, and I mean that still did a lot because of the Power Trick. You know, he probably has a bunch of defense, but now he has a bunch of offense now. So that still did a lot, but I'm pretty sure we'll live another one. So I just go for the Wish here because knowing that we should live. If we get we should live the EQ or whatever he wants to go for. So I just go for protect, the nice protect, so I can get my wish back up, and we can go back to a good amount of HP. Then right here, I just go for the Scald, maybe trying to get a burn, but I don't get the burn, but that's fine. I mean, we do 38%. He misses with Rock Slide, which was pretty crucial, to be honest. That really helped that he missed the Rock Slide, because if not, I don't know what I would have done. I would have been an idiot and probably do something else that's stupid. So he's 60%. I go for another Scald here because I know we can live anything that he wants to hit us with. He goes for the EQ here for, I guess, better accuracy. That does a decent amount, but obviously this next Scald is just gonna kill the Shuckle. And Vaporeon has its 6th kill of the season, which is pretty cool. That's not too bad. He switches into his Mega Beedrill here. He just goes to the Protect actually. Which I should have predicted that, but I didn't. I mean, I didn't know he was gonna Protect, so I go for my Protect, which fails, which kind of sucks, but that's fine. I mean, it's not that bad because now I can go for the Protect to see and scout what he wants to do as he goes for the X Scissor, which is that's okay with me. I'm pretty sure we would have lived anyways. He switches out into his Whimsicott as I switch out into my Mega Camerupt, which was a pretty good play on my part because I mean, Mega Camerupt bodies this thing. This thing can't do anything to me. I honestly should have expected him to go into Slowbro, but I didn't. So, and you know what? The thing is here, Now that I'm looking at it, if I would have switched into my Thundurus, I think Thundurus would have cleaned up the whole game. Knowing he would have gone into Slowbro, which I should have predicted. I mean, it's obvious that I'm gonna go that he was gonna go into Slowbro to take the Flamethrower. I mean, why wouldn't he, right? If I would have gone into Thundurus, I could have caught the Slowbro. He would have had to switch out or sack it off because Slowbro was not gonna live a Thunderbolt. I guess his ideal play would be to go to Whimsicott, but even at that, Whimsicott wouldn't even have lived. So I think Thundurus would have actually just cleaned up the whole game. But I fucked up, I guess, in a way. Because, I mean, my Thundurus was choice card, but, I should go back to the match. That's something that could have happened, but I didn't do it, but whatever. Oh, well. So let's resume. He goes through his Slowbro here. As I go for the Flamethrower, it does about 30%, 37%, which is not too bad. That's actually a decent amount. I switch out into my Vaporeon, just expecting the Scald, but he just slacks off, to be honest, which is okay, I guess, whatever. I freaking hate Slowbro, to be honest with you. You'll see why later. I go for the Wish here just to get my HP back. As he goes for Toxic, I'll be honest with you, I kind of fucked up here, because instead of going for that Scald, I should have gone for the Toxic. Toxic would have been a lot more useful against this thing, but I go for the Scald, and I get the burn, which is okay, I guess, but right here, he's obviously gonna stall me, because I really can't do anything to it. He's just gonna slack off, and it's just gonna go back and forth. I'm gonna be taking more damage because of the Toxic. I switch out into my Thundurus as he switches out into his Whimsicott. He goes for the sub here. I just go for the Volt Switch, just to maybe do some damage or break the sub, which we do break the sub. And I go back into my Krakatoa. Again, I could have gone into Thundurus and just like I could have gone into Thundurus. The Flamethrower is so obvious for me. I don't know why I don't just switch into Thundurus, catching this Slowbro. Nothing else can do anything. I mean, I don't know if that that fucking Bisharp can do anything. I switch on into my my Vaporeon here as he goes for the Slack Off, which is okay, I guess, whatever. It's not too bad. I think I go for the Wish. I believe I go for the Wish here, expecting him to switch out into his Hitmontop. I go for the Wish. I knew he was going to go for the Rapid Spin, so I switched into my Mimikyu to catch the incoming Rapid Spin. You know, obviously Mimikyu's immune, so he can't do anything to that. And we get the Wish back, so we're back at full. I don't know what... I honestly kind of fucked up here. I either should have switched out or gone for Play Rough, expecting a Bullet Punch. I don't know, I just didn't think this thing had Bullet Punch, to be honest with you. So, I go for the Swords Dance, but I can't stay in, because Bullet Punch is going to kill. So, I just went to my Jirachi to take the Bullet Punch. And we have the Silent Berry, so now we have 1.5 speed, but that doesn't matter, because Sucker Punch kills. So, there goes our Jirachi. I am so horrible at using Jirachi. I honestly don't know what the fuck I don't know why I can't use Jirachi. I switch into my Thundurus here, and this was basically the beginning of the end for him. He goes for Sucker Punch. It doesn't kill. It does 40%. I go for the T-Bolt. Goodbye him on top. So one down. He goes into his Crossface, the freaking Bisharp. I don't know what he was gonna do here. I honestly expected a Sucker Punch, but he didn't Sucker Punch. We go for the T-Bolt. That's bodied. Goodbye. Goodbye. He goes into his Mega Beedrill. That's not living a Thunderbolt. Goodbye. And this is where, like, I could have done something differently here. I'll be honest with you. Instead of staying in with Thundurus, I should have preserved it for the Slowbro, to be honest with you. I should have preserved it and gone out to my Camerupt, because Camerupt was only going to take, like, 10%, 14% from the Moonblast. I knew he was going to go for Moonblast. There's nothing else he could have gone for. If I switched into my Camerupt, Flamethrower would have killed. Slowbro, I think, would have died eventually, because he would have had to Scald to kill my Camerupt, and I could have just killed the Whimsicott with anything else. But here, I should have switched out of my Thundurus into Mega Camerupt to kill this Whimsicott, and then maybe sack off Camerupt from the incoming Slowbro, go into my Skunk Tank and go for a Defog, and I guess go for like Sucker Punch for more damage, because I doubt he would have gone for Slack Off. But if he would have gone for Slack Off, I mean Defog. I just wanted to Defog away these rocks and to bring back Thundurus, and we could have gone for T-Bolt and just won the game 4-0. I believe we could have won it, maybe 3-0. If I would have stacked up my Skunk Tank, but I could have played it out differently, but I didn't. Instead, I just go for damage against this thing. I just go for a T-Ball. We do 36%. That's not too bad. And he goes for the Moonblast. That kills, obviously. Because what I thought is, Stealth Rocks is up. Thunderous is pretty much dead. No, it's not pretty much dead. I have Defog on my Skunk Tank. I don't know why I don't use it. I could just go out into Mega Camerupt, kill this thing, go into my Skunk Tank, and Defog. I don't know why I didn't do it. Like, I have to remember that I have moves that can take away rocks. So I let my Thunderous die, pretty much. He goes for he says GG here because he thinks it's pretty much over, but that Slowbro is a fucking piece of shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. But let's just see how it plays out. He goes for Moonblast here. That only does 15%, which isn't too bad. I mean, which is like, that's obviously we eat that up. I go for the Flamethrower here to kill the Whimsicott. He goes into his Slowbro here. I should have expected the Scald. I could have just gone to Vaporeon to eat the Scald, but I don't. I let my freaking camera up go, and I go into my... I honestly didn't want to go into here. I go into my Skunk Tank because I had Sucker Punch, so I expected that to do something. I go for Sucker Punch here. We do 56%. The next Sucker Punch kills, but I should have expected he would have gone for the Slack Off. That should have been obvious, to be honest with you. That should have been obvious, but I didn't do that. So I just go for the Poison Jab here, and he goes for the Scald, which kills us, unfortunately. And there goes Butters. Now here is a little bit stally because I go into my Vaporeon. Okay, hold on. Actually, just wait it out. Let's just switch it to my Vaporeon. Let this thing die. Yes, it's dead. So now it's a 2-0. I mean a 2-1. I'm kind of fucking up here. I'm kind of fucking it up here. So I go into my Vaporeon here. I go for the Scald to get some damage, as much damage as we can, as he goes for Slack Off. So next turn I'm gonna go for the Wish because I know I know Shadow Ball and Scald aren't gonna do shit to me. So I go for the Wish here to get my HP back to full. As he goes for the Scald to get me more full. I guess he forgot that was that Water Absorb was a thing. So that's not that bad. I go for the Scald here, and basically it just becomes like a back and forth thing. He gets a Spadef drop here, but that doesn't really matter too much. We're back at full, but I just, we just keep going back and forth. I go for the Wish. He goes for Shadow Ball. I go for like some other move. He goes for Slack Off, and this is where I'm just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna switch into my Mimikyu. So I do that. I do exactly that. I knew we could live a Shadow Ball. So I just switched into my Mimikyu. I had a Wish up, by the way. So I switched into my Mimikyu knowing like I'm gonna take a hit or he's gonna go for Slack Off. But I'm gonna get my HP back to full basically. So he goes for the Shadow Ball, I think. He gets a crit, but we live it. He gets a 73%, but we're back at full. I go for the Source Dance as he goes for another Shadow Ball. And pretty much the end is here. We go for a Shadow Claw, and that does indeed kill. And we do get the 2-0 against the Chesapeake Castform. Which was, I mean, I don't know. I kind of almost choked at the end. I was almost an idiot. I almost choked. Like, I don't know what the fuck was going in my mind. Like, I could have played it out so differently, but I didn't. I should have played it out so differently. Like, there's so much things I could have done to avoid this exact thing happening. Like I said, I could have switched out, kept my Thunderous alive, could have switched on to Mega Camera because obviously Moonblast wouldn't have done shit to us and we would have lived too. And, we could have just Flamethrowered to kill that thing and then let Camera Up die and go into my Skunk Tank and Defog away and just, switch Thunderous safely. Maybe when he goes for like a Slack Off or something, expecting him to go for a Slack Off. And we would have won. Pretty much, we would have won. Had he had any special attack advancement, that probably would have gone differently, to be honest with you. Or had I not tried to risk it and go out into my Mimikyu, I would have just... I could have still probably won, but I don't know. I don't know how it would have played out. But I honestly, yes, I could have played this out differently, but we still got the win in the end, which isn't too bad, you know. We finally got our first win after like 3 losses in a row, so that's not too bad, you know. We're gonna hopefully try to keep going up from here, and yeah, try to get to playoffs for the first time in a league, since I've only been in 2 leagues. But anyways, guys, if you guys did enjoy this battle, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as it would be very much appreciated. Let me know what I can do to improve, because I actually do need tips to improve. That would be useful. Thanks. It was a GG to Florida, obviously. But anyways, that's gonna be it for me, guys. I will see you all in next week's battle when we go against Heracrossnite for the 2nd time. You guys have a good day. Peace out.